Hello, friends. Your old Uncle Andy here, the UC Panda himself, coming to you on September 30th with perhaps not some winning sports picks, but certainly an update and a review of all that we did over the past week. I do have a few lean bets for all of you. A lean is simply a bet that maybe I like that I may not even bet myself and certainly may not recommend to you. There are things that I bet on my own that I don't necessarily put out there. But I stand by everything I do, but yeah, I try to be a little more frugal with your money. uh, I know a lot of people sort of tail my bets, and I've got a pretty good following on Twitter going. I've gotten a lot of followers, especially through this Play of the Day contest. More and more people following me and relying on my picks. And I did have quite a few people tailing me last night on the prop in the Bengals game of fading Chase Brown for him to stay under 53 and a half yards rushing. Luckily, it worked out for us. I was sweating it. I'm sure they were sweating it. First quarter, Brown came up with 20 yards rushing, his best quarter of the season by far. Halftime, he had 30 yards. So really, he just needed maybe six more halfway decent carries to sort of get over the number. But luckily, he didn't, and we were able to cash a winning ticket. And a lot of the people who were tailing me were able to also cash a winning ticket. So, yes, that capped off what a weekend it was for us. It was an all-timer. I know we had an all-timer a couple of weeks ago, but this all-timer blew that all-timer out of the water. It was a profit of 41 units. So we stand Tuesday going into the day. We're up 68 and a half units for the year. Early on in the year, in the dark days of wintertime, after Super Bowl, we were down 63 units. So we've had a 120 unit comeback. And that's despite, having to bet baseball and whatnot over the summer. We were still in negative territory, in fact, in late August when football opened. So we've gained like probably 80 units and a little bit over a month. So it's pretty incredible. College, continue to kick butt in college, went 18-5. We stand at 61-22. We're up 46 units in college football. Pretty good. NFL 9-4, still a respectable weekend. 39-24 overall, up 32 units in that. So keep on following us over at Uncle Andy Sports on Twitter. We're at Uncle Andy Sports Investments on Facebook as well. If I get around to it, I'll make an Instagram, I'll make a TikTok. Keep on following us over at the Free Plays Daily Contest. A lot of very good handicappers, a lot of very sharp people. A lot of these guys betting tennis, soccer, things that I don't necessarily bet, but they seem to be doing really well. Never blindly tail anybody, but certainly do your own research. But a lot of these guys, me included, I mean, if our reasoning is sound for a bet, I think it's okay to go ahead and give us a follow. So just a few updates for everybody here, a few leans I might have. Don't sleep on the Reds. I know a lot of people are happy that the Reds just made the playoffs, and I think they'll be content with that. But I think the Reds, their pitching staff is designed specifically for this short little three-game series for the starting pitching to do such a good job that the Reds are able to steal a couple of games from a team like the Dodgers, who are clearly a superior team. But I think the Reds can string together two games and win this thing. Reds on the series price are plus 200, in other words, 2-1. Pretty good. Probably will end up betting that myself. Not necessarily suggesting you do so. I think it's a risky bet. That's why it's a plus money bet. It's not supposed to win, but I think it may be worth the investment, worth your time. As far as Survivor goes, we're going strong in Survivor. We're going to go with the Colts at home again against the Raiders this weekend. Had the Texans last week or Sunday. That was a pretty good bet. So Texans advance for us. Plenty good chances though. If you have folks have not used Buffalo, save them. They've got a lot of games coming up. They've got two up against Miami. They got a game against Carolina down the road. Some of these, I feel these weeks have been a little, they sort of lulled people into a false sense of security with these Survivor picks because really a lot of them have been slam dunks like the Texans. Early on, a lot of you probably took the Ravens and faded the Vikings the first week, took the Broncos. So it's going to get a lot harder as these teams get eliminated. And you still have to do things like save the Ravens or save somebody for Thanksgiving. There's only 6 people you can save for Thanksgiving. I don't know if I want to go to bat with the Cowboys. I don't necessarily want to go to bat with the Packers. Lions, intriguing, at home and revenge spot against the Packers, but that could well be a toss-up game. So Ravens on Thanksgiving night against the Bengals. I think that's probably your best bet. So try to hold on to those Ravens for Thanksgiving if you can. Last weekend, the two separate juice reducer parlay models worked out for us. I mean, it's not like either one of them we stepped on the landmine in either one of them, but I think that worked out really well. May look to do that again. And one word of warning about these juice reducer parlays, it's coming. We're going to step on the landmine. We made 40 something units this weekend. It's going to happen. Be prepared. We're going to step on the landmine. We're going to lose 20 units one weekend. Happens every year once or twice. Happened last year by this time already. So bear that in mind. A lot of people will say, and these professional sports handicappers will say, well, you're kicking butt, increase your bet unit size. Bet 2 units a play now instead of one. No, 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 no. Because if we step on the landmine and we're betting 2 units or betting 3 units, whatever, we're going to wipe out everything we've done over the past month. And it could happen. I don't think it will happen, but it could happen. And the statistics eventually say that eventually is going to catch up to us. Because think about it this way. All the juice reducer parlays they've had a 70% chance of hitting. Well, if it's got a 70% chance of hitting week one, that means week two, if the longer you carry on with this, you can cut that in half. It's 35%, 17%. The odds are starting to stack against us, sort of like trying to martingale a roulette wheel and betting red every time. It's an independent event every time to be certain, but the probability that it's going to land red 10 times is minuscule. Just like the probability that we're going to keep hitting this every time is minuscule. Something crazy is going to happen, and we'll end up losing one of these things. And we don't want to have our whole bankroll that we build up tied up in hoping that, somebody like Memphis is going to beat up on UAB or something. Memphis should beat up on UAB. Memphis will beat UAB 99 out of 100 times. But there's that one time, and we don't want to have all of our eggs in one basket. So just bear that in mind. Just keep on betting 1 unit at a time. Take a little profit out if you want. But yeah, we're up 68 units. If you're just betting $5 a throw with us, you're up $350 since football started. That's pretty good. Don't risk that $350. Keep it in your account. We got hockey starting, we got college basketball starting. We've still got a lot of football left. Or take some of it out and spend it on something good. Don't just keep reinvesting it and increase your bet size and be a hero, then end up with nothing. So that's my word on bankroll management. Few leans for tonight. I may go with the Reds. I don't know. I'm not necessarily telling you to. Like the Red Sox. Like the Red Sox more than the Reds. The Red Sox were really a bugaboo this year for the Yankees. So kind of like the Fever and the points. I mean, I don't think for a second the Fever are going to win the game. I don't think the league will let them. But the Fever now getting like 8.5 points. It's intriguing. Not necessarily saying I'm going to bet it or that you should bet it, but it is worth looking at. So that's all for us. We just wanted to give everybody an update on where we stand. We hope everybody enjoys the playoff baseball today. We've got all the handicapping done. Probably get the bets in maybe tonight, maybe a video tomorrow, certainly by Thursday with all this week's plays. So stay tuned. And if you tail us to the window, we will cash tickets together. Good night, everybody.